and Jason Horton. So excited. So before we get into Q&A, I love that both of you are here. You guys are both Pop Trigger regulars, so you've been here since the very beginning. Vanessa, I'll start with you, ladies first. Okay. You are known in this industry as the gore whore.
Yes.
That is Vanessa's title. That is a compliment, not an insult, because this girl knows more about the horror genre than anybody out there. So currently you're hosting Dread Central Live. You have a really big thing coming up where Fox is sponsoring it. Right. Tell everybody about that. And how can they tune in?
Okay, so for April 21st, which is next Monday, we are having a special event that Fox is sponsoring for the Devil's Due release, and we're going to actually have a live screening of Devil's Due in the studio, and then we're going to have the show right after that. And normally we don't have a live studio audience, so it's really exciting, and we get to interview the filmmakers, Radio Silence.
Oh, wow.
It's a group of directors, yeah, and they also did VHS, which is a crazy amazing film. It's on instant watch on Netflix, so if you want to see that. But
they on April 21st, go to Dread Central Live at what time?
It's 4 o'clock.
Okay.
It's going to be the time that the show goes live. The screening obviously is going to be private before that, and then the show goes live, and it's on the Stream.tv and Daily Motion.
And then what can horror fans out there, because we have some horror fans here, you're a horror fan, what's coming up in that genre that people should be excited to see?
Okay, so a few things. The last time I was here, I know I said I was really excited about Poltergeist because it was supposed to come out this year, and it turns out it's not coming out this year. Boo, it's not going to come out till next year. But not as exciting, but almost, is The Green Inferno by Eli Roth, who is like this generation's master of horror, and you know him from Hostel and Cabin Fever. And this film is basically about a group of college kids that come from NYC, and they go to the Amazon to sort of like save this really ancient tribe that's been there and struggles. So they think. They get there, and it turns out that this tribe still practices cannibalism. Oh. And they love nothing more than intruders to come on down and chomp on.
Is there truth to this at all?
Yes. So it's
like my worst nightmare.
They filmed it in Peru. It was the first time that this tribe has ever been taped or filmed.
Whoa.
What? Yes, I'm telling you.
I'm not liking it. I'm not a big horror fan like you are, because I take this shit home and I sleep about it.
Yeah. Well, and it's even more scary when there's like elements of truth to it.
Yeah.
So yes, they do practice cannibalism. I'm sure they didn't do that to the actors, but surely it's been done before, so it's terrifying to know, like, even if what you're watching at this time isn't real, it's real for other people, and that's terrifying.
Yikes.
So definitely looking forward to that. It comes out September 5th this year, so that's really exciting. Also, The Quiet Ones is coming out the 25th of this month, and you'll love this because you love Bates Motel.
I love me some Bates Motel.
Olivia Cook from Bates Motel plays the lead, Jane Harper, and it's kind of like Orphan in that, like, it's a girl and she's kind of disturbed. And she's going from foster home to foster home, and then they decide to run a bunch of experiments on her, like what's going on, and the scientist is trying to get, they're trying to get a poltergeist, you know, to come out because she's got this crazy woman that's like possessing her, and it's really cool and crazy and takes place in London, which everything cool and crazy happens at him. So that's a definite must watch. And lastly but not least, Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, Zoe Saldana, right?
Zoe Saldana. NBC, they're calling it a miniseries, but it's just a 2-part, 4-hour special.
This I can watch. This I feel like I can watch.
And here's the thing with that is, you know me, Sam, you know that my love of horror started out with serial killers, and I love to constantly like see what was real and then versus what the fiction is. And so here's the scary part about that. With Rosemary's Baby, for those of you that don't know, it came out in 1968. Roman Polanski was the director, with Mia Farrow playing Rosemary. And the year after that, Roman Polanski's real fiance, Sharon Tate, who was pregnant at the time, was amongst the Manson family slaughters, which the Manson family was also a cult. So that's kind of crazy, because if you've seen the movie, you know that a cult has decided to have, you know...
There's parallels there.
Yeah, there's crazy real-life parallels with the others. So, and obviously it was a great film, and it put Roman Polanski on the map.
When does that come out?
It is coming, crap, I don't know if I wrote down the date. I don't think they have a date yet.
We'll start seeing billboards, I'm sure.
I feel like it's coming out in May. I feel like May is when it's coming out. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Everything's being rebooted, everything's being brought back, and it's going to be, you know, Zoe Saldana is such a great actress.
She's gorgeous. And then Jason, you and your YouTube channel, we all know Jason because he's a lot of people initially tuned into you because you're really funny, but you've kind of branched into dating advice. Tell us about that.
Well, I think the videos that I've written for other people, like Totally Sketch and stuff like that, have done so well, have been on the awkward dating, like regular awkward guys, really hot girls. So I kind of just surround myself with really hot, talented people, and I kind of focus it all like on awkward comedy, dating advice, relationship advice, lifestyle advice for guys, like a Maxim type thing, and I've kind of focused on that.
And you also being a writer, is that a lot of what you're doing besides your own channel? Are you writing for I'm pretty much known for other people's videos more than my own, but I'm writing and producing. I produce a show for the Game Show Network that I also host called Room Tour Challenge that Brie was on. Yes.
So I'm developing, directing, and a little bit off YouTube, and I have a pilot out there in the big Hollywood, that something should be happening with, but I can't really talk about it right now.
Hey, Jason, that's awesome. So really quickly, before we move on, what advice would you give to our viewers who want to become a writer? Is there some sort of...
Yeah, live a life. Like if your life is just other people's, live your own life and draw from that. Like, do stuff. Go leave the computer, like go to the computer, then go away from the computer. Be around other people, be around your family if you can. And that's where a lot of, great comedy comes from, family experiences,
it's so much more
life
sincere.
experience.
It's observational comedy.
Watch movies, read books, live a life,
and find out the comedy
what's fun,
within
what
that.
you think is funny and genuine, and you'll want to do that all the time.
And it really does come off sincere that way.
That's important.
That's great advice. Okay, it's Q&A time from Michael Brook. Michael Brook asks, what is your ultimate alcoholic drink? Spicy jalapeno margarita. Oh, with mezcal, not tequila. Okay.
I like whiskey ginger with bullet rye whiskey.
Okay.
That is a very good choice. I'm a mojito girl because I love me some rum.
Or champs.
Or champs.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that too. And I also love Saint Germain with anything because that liquor tastes so good. It's like candy.
Okay.
Seriously.
What about you, Jason?
I think on mixers, I just like whiskey, and if I'm feeling like kind of like a wimp, I'll put rocks in it. But usually, I just like straight whiskey.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have from Aqua into Soul. Believe in aliens. I think. Essentially, I don't. How can there, with our big, vast universe, not be any other outside human life form? And I once remember my dream where I was like awake and got poked by an alien, I believed. Remember that? I later found out, because it was happening a lot, that I was waking up during my REM sleep, my REM sleep.
Yeah.
But in reality, you would wake up and I couldn't move, and one of those times I felt a long bony finger poke me. God. And I believed it was an alien. I was like 6.
And it was a dick.
Brie, that's so inappropriate.
Sorry.
Considering I was 6.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
Brie, aliens?
Yeah, I believe in aliens.
Okay.
At
Vanessa?
the bottom of the ocean.
Oh.
Very bottom.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like you said, 100% I believe in them. I think you'd be like naive to think that in all the universe and all the galaxy, whatever, that we are the only living creatures. Like, come on. Of course.
I don't necessarily believe in aliens in the sense that the way culture believes in aliens, but
right.
is there other life forms possible? Absolutely.
Yeah. Like the heads with the eyes.
Yeah,
Scary, the little nostril.
Yeah.
I hope it's that. From Salvador Martinez. I love Salvador. He always throws us some love. He says, how does it feel being the only white, good-looking comedian in Hollywood, Jason Horton?
I said the world's only white male comedian, but how does it feel to be so good-looking?
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Is it? Yeah,
it's pretty
perks
amazing.
to you.
Yeah.
We have another one from Salvador Martinez. Vanessa, do you think horror movies is a dying genre because every scary movie that is released in theaters is a dud?
Okay, 2 problems with that statement. One, it's completely wrong.
Ooh.
Horror films have
Make so much money.
Horror films even before, now horror's mainstream now, everything's horror, but even before that, for people who wanted to start in the film business, always started with horror films, and that's why you've seen a lot of actors that are huge actors today always did these like low budget horror films, whatever, because there was always money to be made from the get-go. And now that it's mainstream, it's insane. So I'm gonna give you 2 examples. One, The Conjuring came out, it had a $20 million budget, and it got worldwide distribution, whatever, $320 million. So they made $300 million, and that is just in theatrical prints. That's not DVDs, that's not Netflix, that's not merchandise, that's not any of that.
And a lot of people loved it too.
Right, and people loved it. They're coming out with a sequel, which is going to be even more money. And a second example would be even something smaller than The Conjuring, which was The Devil's Due, which we're doing on the 21st. And it had a $7 million budget, and it made $25 million in the theater. So it more than tripled its return. So I don't know anybody that would make triple their money and say that wasn't a good investment.
Paranormal
or that
Activity
was,
movies are like an example of
Yes,
just
and the
huge-
Saw series.
Yeah.
So I think people maybe are so used to like
Action
films,
movies
action
that are
movies
$100 million
costing so
budget,
much,
yeah.
and so they're like, oh, they only made $100 million, like that. But it's like
It cost
horror
them so much
films
less,
is
yeah.
so little. You're not having huge names. Angelina
Right.
Jolie is not going to be doing horror film anytime
Right.
soon, other than Taking Lives, but we're not counting that psychological thriller. But yeah, they're never a dud. They always make money. And don't forget, merchandising is huge, and
Yeah.
horror films live forever, and that's another thing. They never, ever, ever
true. You
die.
can
We watched them
yeah.
from the 50s. I just saw Frankenstein, the original, 1931, and Dracula the other
Wow.
day, so they're still making money.
That's
so
crazy.
They're never a dud.
Okay, coming in from Facebook, Ty Navarez. Are you still friends with any of your exes, and what are the boundaries when it comes to your current partner and remaining friends with an ex? Shout out to all involved on the show. Everyone is doing an awesome job and deserve points all around. Thank you, Ty. I am friends with one of my exes. He's one of my best friends, and I think you just gotta take that delicately. There needs to be some time where hopefully there's not any. It was easy for me because we really did evolve into friends, so there wasn't like that sexual tension, thank God. I don't know if it could work if there was sexual tension, that's just me. And then it works with my current partner, my husband, because just throughout time we made it work, I guess. It's hard to kind of give an answer to that, but it's a delicate process, and just be aware that it's a delicate process. But I think that if you have sexual feelings for that person, I don't know how it could work.
Yeah.
You meet friends on Facebook pretty easily. like that's always an easy, because there's like a huge, and then they could stalk you very easily.
What about you? Have you been friends with exes?
Not really.
Yeah.
Friendly, but not. I don't
Yeah.
want to have a friendship or relationship with somebody that's from my past.
Yeah.
I'd rather just move on, and
It's
usually
hard
there's a
if
lot of
that person
resentment.
has become right, and that could be one case. Another case could be you really learned to love that person and became a dear friend to you, and then it just didn't work out for various reasons, but there's still a dear friend, and it's hard to let go of that friendship. It's every situation is different.
Every situation is different. For me, I am, like you said, I'm friendly. I'm friends on Facebook with them, but we don't personal message or anything
Yeah.
like that. It's just kind of I
Moved
see what
on.
they're doing
Yeah.
or whatever, happy birthday, I write on their timeline or whatever. But, are we going to go have coffee and chit chat? No, that's not going to happen.
Coming in from Faith Herrera, what color is your toothbrush? It changes whenever I get a new toothbrush. I don't know, pink, purple, blue,
That is
green.
such a random
I
question.
know, I like
and
it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Mine's electric, so it's like white and like a teal.
Okay, white and teal.
I have two.
Electric.
Yeah.
I have two depending on my mood.
Oh,
I have an electric one, and I have a regular pink one.
yeah.
If you don't feel like,
I don't
rock
feel
and
like the-
rolling, yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
No, I do. I have two also. I do the
I have-
electric and the normal one because
Well, I have
sometimes I
the
don't feel
normal
like
one.
putting the head on the thing, and because my husband and I share, so you have to take off the head, put on the new head. It's annoying.
This is embarrassing. Well,
Okay,
this is
yeah, let's
weird.
hear it, hear it.
The reason I have to is if I'm in a hurry, I brush my teeth in the shower. So
I
I bring
always
the.
brush my teeth in
Yeah,
the
I
shower,
think that's
girl.
normal.
Is that okay? That's normal.
And I sit
okay.
in the shower.
Oh, I don't do
Sit
that.
in the shower and brush my teeth.
I don't do that.
I know my husband
Are
will
you
come
that
in. He's like,
tired
"What are
that
you
you're
doing?"
like, oh, I can't stand up
If I had a
anymore?
bench in my shower, I would sit
Oh,
in
I
my
just
shower
sit.
100%.
I just like to sit there. I really enjoy it. Okay, coming in from Shane Yu. Are there any school teachers that have enriched your life and made a significant impact to your career that you still remember? I have teachers that I was really impressed with, but no, none that I guess my swim coach. I guess I could say that. My swim coach, Jim Triplett, definitely taught me how to be committed, determined, persevere, and I learned so much from him, and I'm forever grateful to him because those are the same things that I take into my career now.
I had a film teacher in 10th grade when I was at public school. This was before I went to art school, who inspired me to make movies because nobody else in the class, because it was public school and you were required to take an elective, so most people were like, oh, film, because, it's easy, whatever. He was so into it, and so he really supported my interest in it because there weren't many people that were interested in it.
Right.
So he really helped me a lot with so much. So Mr. Robertson.
Shout out to Mr. Robertson.
Yeah.
For mine, it would be, I had a drama teacher in college, and his name was William Virtus, and we love him. He's credited for discovering Mario Lopez, because Mario Lopez grew up like down the street from where I'm. Bonita, San Diego, yeah, Bonita, Chula Vista. So that was like his claim to fame, but no, he was a really awesome guy.
That was his claim to fame. That's
that was his claim to fame, but you know, when you're like in a smaller town, like oh, Mario Lopez.
Yeah, of course.
But no, he was a really fantastic teacher, and he was very inspiring, and he was tough on you. Like he wouldn't let you get away with like the BS, but he wouldn't try to break you down. I don't like the teachers that break you down and make you feel.
See how influential teachers can be?
Crappy.
Did you have any influential teachers?
Mrs. Mills, 8th grade, so hot. So there was a rumor that was spread around that that she had really, really big boobs, but she had to strap them down during school. And then when she got home, she unstrapped them. They were humongous.
Oh
yeah, Mrs. Mills,
that was
8th grade.
Your inspiration was her boobs being strapped.
She inspired, but one of the first people to inspire my penis to be a penis.
OMG, we just learned a lot about you. And that is it. Oh, we love your questions. Thank you for sending them. And then also, big shout out to Vanessa and Jason. You can catch Jason at his YouTube channel at Jason Horton, and then Vanessa at Dread Central Live, that big show on April 21st at 4 p.m. Make sure you tune in. And then also, you guys, you have to check us out on Hulu. We have a lot of new content there, some videos that you've never seen, and it's in like a half-hour talk show format. You guys would love it. So make sure that you go on Hulu and search Pop Trigger and watch and support. And we love you guys. Thank you so much. We will see you all next time on Pop Trigger.